Hey, good morning, everyone. Jordan Reber, ARL Network. We got Roberto Cadena from Lean Solutions Group here. We just wrapped up a great panel with probably the best looking panel.
Yes,
I would say.
Absolutely, by far.
Who's the best looking?
It's always going to be Justin Hall, so yeah, for sure.
I was queuing that up for myself, but no problem, no big deal. So we were talking about back office operations, streamlining these processes. Obviously, a lot about talk about technology and processes and people. What were your biggest takeaways from the three smartest people in the room?
Yeah, I mean, we encounter those three processes that you have to go through, right? So you got to find good talent. So hiring, recruiting is very important, finding the right candidates for the job. And then setting up the right KPIs. We had the discussion of what does winning, losing look like for an employee. Set those expectations. This is what we're going to do. And then go through the analytics and the processes through business intelligence. What is it that I'm looking for to solve? And then go through the process of going through each segment through that employee and say, this is what you did right, this is what you did wrong. And I think those three components are basically what we took out of that conversation.
So KPIs, big buzzword, and some departments easy to get, other departments kind of challenging, or there are departments that aren't used to having KPIs. So with your group, and you have a lot of employees doing a lot of different jobs, like how does Lean attack like putting KPIs together for companies?
That's the first question we ask. Do you have KPIs in place? If you don't have KPIs in place, we help through that process of actually preparing those. But it's extremely important, and that's how you analyze everything, right? You tell them this is what we're looking for. First, determine what you're looking for, and then try to set up the expectations of what you're going to get from those KPIs. And obviously, you need the technology to handle those processes.
What kind of creative rewards have you seen? I think that's a big thing when you have KPIs. You got to show people there's something in it for you. Yeah. Anything that pops in your mind? You have a lot of companies that you see. Anything that pops up?
You would not imagine how satisfying for just a regular employee to understand what they want to do from their job, what they want to get from their job. So when they actually meet those expectations, the reward itself is I'm doing a good job. But we actually, obviously with ARL in Colombia, we try to encourage the employees, if you get to this is what you get reward. So it's always that, obviously personal satisfaction. But if clients want to go over then by all means, that's the best way.
Yeah, no, for sure. So a couple of the poll questions that we did there kind of gauge the audience. I think for the most part, for me, it kind of fell in line with what I thought. But if there's anything there that you were shocked, we had 100 people in the crowd there, and different answers.
Not really. It was pretty common. The process itself and technology, and the back office operation is the most important part. Right? The complexity of the process itself, and then how do you get the right technology for it? So we discuss finding the right partner in technology. So getting to that area where you get the right vendor for you, and have the right process in place is I think what we get the most for that.
I thought it was interesting. We did an entire panel on back office operations and how a lot of companies focus on the front office and sales, and they don't really put much attention on the back office. And then the last question goes up, and it's like, how are you going to improve your profitability? Yeah. We're going to sell.
We're going to sell. We're going to throw bodies, and selling. It's true, right? If you sell, that helps. Whatever bad process you're going through, you're going to sell. But there's also the look at the back office. How does that affect? And sometimes the efficiencies in the back office equates to a large customer because of the savings and all the efficiencies you get from that. So always looking at both is the best way to get that done.
Yeah, and I think, as we need to educate our salespeople the importance of the back office. I mean, they're the first to complain when something goes wrong. They find one data point and, oh my God, they're going to make me lose my customers. So in your experience, you've done a lot, from LTL, truckload, been around the logistics space. I mean, how do you, tips for people how to deal with salespeople when they're complaining about the back office?
I don't think I have a solution for that. Everybody's going to try to, sell, but, we discussed it in there. Sometimes, getting that load, if it's not the right margins, you're actually losing money, and you get lost leads and some of the other things that you have to work with. But you got to understand, what your margins and your profits are for each load, and you have to express that to the sales team. This is an account we don't want because of this, and if they understand, I think they get the process. Go get a good customer that understands that it's not going to go strictly to the bottom line.
Yeah, I think you got to highlight the positives with them too. And once again, it was just one data point they're looking at. But what about the 99% of the time that they are
exactly
accurate? And selling that to their customers, because you can lose a customer really quick by billing them improperly or not applying their cash right, just becoming a thorn in their side. So I think that's probably one of the big things to sell them on the upside.
I'm a big thing of quality. Don't squeeze until you risk quality. For me, that's the biggest point.
All right, well, that's it. We are wrapping up here. Last day at TIA. You're leaving us. You have more important things to do. I'll hang out with the rest of the crew holding down.
I appreciate it. Thanks. Appreciate it, man. Take care.